Bonjour à tous, welcome back again. My name is Jesse, and in this one-off tutorial, I'm trying to see how to build a simple tool to enable us to sort our files into the right folders, right? So let's say I have this particular folder here with several files. You have PDFs, images. I want to sort them into the right location, to the right folders by images, whether they are images, whether they are PDFs. So let's see how to do that. So if I go with this, let's see that there are several files, right? So I want to sort them all. So I can just go with this particular file that or script I created. File organizer, right? That's the name of the file. So if I go with that help, it's going to tell me how to work with it. So this file is simple tool to organize and sort files into folders. So you can check the version, and then it's going to give me the particular version, right? Very interesting. So let's see how to work with it. So we have two commands. You can organize by keyword or you can organize by extension. So to organize by keyword, or in case you want to see how to operate with organize by keyword or organize, you just go with organize. That just help. Then you'll be able to see the entire stuff. So this is how to work with it. So you can organize by keyword, that be date, or by the name of the keyword, or you can also organize by extensions. So let's see an example. So by extension, so by est, it's going to tell us how to do that, right? So this is how to do that. So let's try an example. So the first option is what the current part, right? So the current part is the particular place. So the dot means that you the current location. Then I'm just going to go with the particular extension. So you can go with extension like this, the full word extension. Then I'll supply the particular format. So let's say I want to organize all my PDF. So organize all of them. Perfect. So it's going to move going to search for all the PDFs. Very interesting. Then it's going to move them into a folder called PDF. So if I go back to here, that I have a folder called PDF, right? So it has reduced it. So if I check back here, that has reduced it, right? So it has reduced that initial one into only PDF. So the PDFs, all the PDFs have been placed in one location. Very interesting. So in case I want to sort also all the images, I have images CSV files. I want to sort them. Also, I can also do the same thing. Let's try that one. So I'm going to change it from to CSV, right, or to SL. Let's say I have SL files. I'm going to sort all the SL files. Perfect. So if I check back again, now all the SL files have been put together. So I want to sort all the images. Then let's go with the same thing, then change the extension. So I can make it simple E, right? Instead of simple E, then the particular extension which is JPG. Then it's also going to do the same thing, right? Either you make it the full name like extension or simple like this, right? Perfect. It's going to work in a simple way. So sorting everything in, so the place has been made clean very well. So let's say I have another, I want to sort by keywords. So how do I do that? So I'm going to create some files with keywords. So let's call it as example, right? And then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 .txt, right? So I've created 7 files with the keyword example. So if I check here, so I have 7 files, example 1, example 2. So I want to search for and sort this file, not by this time, not by the extension, but by the keyword. The keyword I'm using is exam. So it's going to be same thing. So instead of organize by extension, organize dot for the current location, then the keyword. So keyword I want to search for is exam. So it's going to search for the word exam and then put them in the right folder called exam. Perfect. So it has moved all the files, right? Example 1, example 2 to a folder called exam. So if I go back to here, so that there is no folder there, but there's no file there, but there's only the exam folder. So if I go to this exam folder, that all my stuff are there in a very simple way. That's how to work with this particular file. So now let's see how to build this tool from scratch. So let's call this as our file organizer.py. Perfect. So the most important thing we need is that we need some packages. So in case you don't have these packages, you have to download it. So the package that you need is click, and then you also need shutil, and then we also need fnmatch, right? So these tools, and then OS. So OS and then fnmatch are already part of the package already. So the only thing you need to install is click. You just go with pip install click to install click. That is a main requirement. So perfect. So now let's start with it. So I'm just going to create my shebang file. So user, now let's start with it. So I'm going to import click. Then I'm going to import OSSH util, and then the next tool is going to be import fn match. Perfect. So that is the basic idea about it. Now we have been able to import the most important packages. So let's start an initialize click. So I'm going to create click dot group. There's a whole tutorial on how to work with click. So group, that means I'm going to group everything under a particular function. So it's going to be, the name of the function is going to be def main. Right, so I'm going to group everything under this particular function called main. So let's put some document here. So this document is going to be, our file organizer. So a simple into folders, right? Very simple. So that is it. Then I'm just going to pass. Perfect. So that is it. Something very simple. Let's put it here. So nothing there. So the next thing we need to create is that we need to be able to create our simple if main to run the file itself. So when I run the file, I want to run the main file, the main function, which is this. So let's see this. This is very simple. Let's add a version to it. So click dot version option. Then a version option, we have a version of version 0.01 as the first version, alpha release. The program. Then let's give the name of the program. We have created program name is going to be file organizer. Perfect. So that is something very simple we have created, right? So although we have created something simple, if I go back to my terminal, let's go back to our terminal. Inside this, I have this particular file. So Python, then file. We have created something very simple, not much. But if I go with the help, now I have the function of seeing the name of the documentation, right? Very interesting. Plus seeing the version, which is the version here, right? And then the help. Very interesting. This simple script. Now let's work on the main activity. So the main activity that is going to be our main commands. So it's going to be our main. The reason we are using main is that this main, right? This main is referring to this main here. You're no more going to use click. Right? We are grouping everything under this place. So we are grouping every of the commands under the main function. So we're using the name main here. So main dot command. So that's the command. So we are grouping every command under main. So that's the basic idea about it. So that's the first stuff. Now the next thing we need to do is that we need to be able to supply all the different arguments you need. So it's going to be click dot argument. Then argument is going to be the command we are supplying. So the first argument is going to be our current path. Right, that's the current path. Then the next argument or the next option we are going to use using option, not argument again, dot the particular option. So option is going to be a particular option that we're going to supply. So options usually go with double, right? With double dash dash, then the particular word. So keyword. We're going with keyword first. Then we also supply the short form. So we have the long form and then the short form. So this is going to be K for the short form. Perfect. And then we supplied our help info. So this is going to be our simple help info. So help. So whatever stuff you're going to put there. So specify the keyword, right? So let's create the actual function that's going to work. So this is just a command. So you have to create an actual function that is going to be attached to this argument, right? To be attached to this particular command. So let's call that function as the organize. Simple. Then it's going to take two arguments. The argument it's going to take is one from the argument itself and then one from the option. So this is going to be our current part and then the option, which is going to be our keyword. Right, so it's going to take this one as an argument and this one as another argument. Perfect. So that is the basic idea about it. So you can just create a docs of this, and I'm going to give an example of how it's going to be, which is going to be say organize. So the name of the file is file. So Python file organizer. So organize that is this particular function, dot for the current part, then let's say anything, let's say keyword. So let's say new, right? New folder or new script, something like that. That's an example. So that is something very simple. So now we have to work on the actual function that is going to do the sorting. So let's see how to work on that particular function that is going to do the function. So I can create a function at the top here, using to organize by. So I'm just going to put a def to make it interesting. So organize files by keyword. Then go to the keyword, right? Perfect. So they're organizing everything by keyword. So how do we do that? So it's going to be for file in os.list. os.list is going to check the current working directory, right? So os.list for that particular place. Then if our fn match, right? Fn match is equal to the file, right? Plus whether it starts with any word. So it's going to be, we're going to be using the word wildcard. So we have our asterisk, any word, plus our keyword. So let's say we have our keyword plus another wildcard. So it can be having words in front of it or words after it. So all the most important thing is the keyword, whether words in front of it or words after it. Perfect. If that's the case, then I want you to do something. What do I want you to do? I want you to be able to print that you have found the file. So print the file found. So it's going to be found the file, right? That is something very simple. So if then we're going to work on something different. So if the file is truly a file, then I want you to do some other stuff. I want you to move it, right? Because sometimes some of them will be folders. So os.path.isFile, then file instead full. Perfect. So that is the basic idea. So I want to try except. Let's go with try except. So the try except is going to work with, we're going to be using this one, right? So try except. What I'm going to do, I want you to make a folder os.make dir. So the word make dirs is usually used to make a folder in a very simple way. It's different from make just a normal simple make dir. It's going to just override, right? In case the file is going to get skipped, that's a set of this make dir. Make dirs, like make directories. Perfect. So we are done. So if that is the case, then let's go with just none. Let's not read any error. Let's go with none. Right? Don't do anything. Then let's print that you have found it. So print the moving to the file that you are moving. Then you're going to use sutil to move. So sutil, you can use copy, we have sutil copy, sutil move, several other aspects. So we'll be using sutil move to move the file from the it takes two arguments, that is the current directory or the current destination, so destination, then the new folder, right? So remember that you made a folder from the keyword, so that's why we are moving to that particular location. Very simple and very interesting. We are done with our first function. Very simple function, right? Okay, so we have created a simple function. Now let's see how to work with it. So let's bring this same particular function that you have created down. So let's go with click.echo, right? And then, or we can just with .echo, let's call it circle to bring some colors to it. Then we're going to put in something. So organizing file. Then let's add some colors to it, right? So FG, or yeah, FG is going to blue. Let's put blue there to make it interesting. Okay, so we are going to do that. We are organizing by keyword, and then what we're going to do is that we are going to try and organize, bring our function. So organize by keyword as a function that we have. Then I'm going to our keyword, we're going to lower that keyword. Perfect. Then the next thing is that we're going to click dot circle that you have finished. So it's going to be the same thing. So let's use the same thing here because it's almost the same thing. Here going to be our keyword that we have, and then let's make this one as green to make it totally different. Something very simple, right? So let's save this one. Let's see whether it's going to work. So let's come back to our folder. So there's nothing there. So let's create some files. So touch. So sample 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, right? Something like this. .csv. We have some files here, right? We want to try and see whether it's going to work. So Python, the file analyzer, help. Perfect. There's no error. So let's see whether if you try it, it's going to work. Since it's giving us no error, let's try it and see whether it took no error. Let's try it and see whether it will help us with our organize.file. So organize dot for the current directory. Then we're going to be going with our extension that we had. So extension, or not our extension, but our keyword. So keyword. The word we are searching for now is sample. Sum, right? So let's try it and see. Perfect. It's working in a very simple way. So if I go back and I check, now let's move it to sum. We have it working. Perfect. So we have been able to do with the first one how to sort the file by keyword, right? So the main idea that we just look through the current location. We use fnmat to match the particular keyword, whether it's something in front or something behind. Then we made a folder from the keyword. Then we moved it with s-util. Very simple. That's how to do for the keyword search. Now let's move on to another option, right? For the extension. So it's going to be almost the same thing. So I'm going to copy this. It's going to be the same thing to save time. So it's going to be organized by keyword, right? By extension. Right? This is going to be organized by extension. So it's going to be our current part. And then this is going to be our extension. So this go off. Extension, no more keyword but extension. Extension. Then let's use E to specify the extension to sort by. Perfect. Right, so that is something simple. So this is going to be our extension. Perfect. So we are done. So now let's see how to do the same thing with that particular option. So we can also create a function just like we created a function here to organize by that. But to save time, let's not do that. Let's add a particular function. So we'll be creating a simple docs by est. Right, the reason is like in click, if you put underscore, it is transmitted to and transformed to become like this, right? That's one thing you should always notice. So yeah, so perfect. So that's how it's going to be. Then dot to get the current place, then a particular extension. It's going to be extension. Then let's give it as example of extension. Right, so now let's work on the actual function. So the actual function that's going to be attached to this particular command, which is called organized by extension, is going to be for file in our os.list dir current part here. Then we give the extension. So the particular extension that I want to give is extension. It's going to be extension. It's redundant, but we still and use the same thing. fnmatch the file with the same stuff that we did for the previous one, right? So the file, then we are going to use wildcard of asterisk, right? So everything in front of the particular extension. So tell me that I can select all kinds of extensions. Then I'm going to click or to echo. So let's call it echo or circle. Let's use circle. I found the file, right? So found. Then we're going to pass in our particular stuff. So what you're going to pass is the file that you have found. So find the file. Then let's go with the FG for our stuff. Then let's give it as a color, what color we want. So let's give it blue. Blue is everybody's favorite color. Okay, so we have been able to show the file, right? So if the file is truly a file, we're going to use the same thing that we did here. So if the file is truly a file, just like we had here, So if the file is truly a file, then I want you to move it. It is the same idea that you are using, right? So let's try it again. So just bring it back again, almost the same thing, right? So if the file is truly a file, right, then try a successful way to make directory. But once we want to make extension based on, we want to make a folder based on the extension, right? Not just any. This is not a keyword, this is the extension. So let's see how to do that. We're going to create it like this. So new, let's go to new dir est dot the string. We're going to strip off that particular stuff. If there is, give the person bring off. We're going to strip off that, and from that particular name, we are going to create our new directory. Simple. So that is something very simple. Now we're going to move it not to the keyword but to the particular location, a new location that we have, new dir. That's something very simple. So let's click to show that we are moving it. So we're going to be click dot circle. So let's use the one above because the same thing. Finish moving to be the same stuff, a particular place, right? To not the keyword but to the new directory that you have created. Very simple. Perfect. So now let's see whether it's going to work. So the basic idea is now that you are going to look through that current directory, find all the files there, then we're going to find all the files that match a particular extension, then we're going to check if the file is a file, create a folder from the file, and then move that file to that particular folder. So let's see what that is. Let's create something different. Let's create something different so that it doesn't. Example. Then let's create another one for example. Instead of C PDF, let's create a CSV. So we have this stuff here. Perfect, in a very simple and a nice way. Okay, so let's see how to do that. So we're going to working on our file. So Python, the name of the file is file extension help. Perfect. So now it's that organized by extension, the command we created has come here. Perfect. So now we can be able to work on it. So in case I want to see for the entire stuff organized by extension. Perfect. This is how it's supposed to be done. So let's try it. So I'm just going to go with my dots for the current location, then the extension, then the particular stuff I want to move from that place. Remember that we created CSV. So that it's found a file example 1, then it's moving from example 1 to CSV, right? Perfect. So if I go back, all the CSVs have been moved to the CSV file. We'll see what I did. CSV. Now all of them are there. Perfect. The same way if I go back, I want to try it on, let's say, all the PDF files that I have. So let's use a simple format, the short format E. Perfect. That's move everything to it. Perfect. So this is how to create a simple file to organize your files and your folders into the right place. So the basic idea is that you are using click. So we just imported click and then OS util and then OS and then SH util. The most important tools here is click, the OS S util to move, and then fn match to find our file. Then we created a function to look through all the file, the current location, to find for a particular file by matching them to find the keyword. Then we made a folder, then we moved them with the shuttle.move. So this is something very simple. Created a group and then the main, then created individual functions. We group them under main command here, and then we apply our function on our particular stuff. The same thing happened to our extensions. So we look through our file, current location, we search for all files based on the extension that we supply. Then we search if the file was truly a file. Then we created a folder from the file name or the extension name. Then we moved the file into that particular location. So thank you for watching this tutorial. In case you have any question or contribution, can you please add in the comment section so that everybody can benefit. And in case you need help cleaning your data set, you can also check the links below. And in case you need to create a script like this, you can also check the links below. Thank you and stay blessed.